Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines. We got 50 million XRP, Aave, another free pass. Say it isn't so. Bitcoin taxes in the States. We're going to get into it. New rule for crypto policy writers. We're going to talk about that. We got breaking news about Solana and a class action lawsuit. You're going to want to know it. RippleX is in the news. And how about this? Price predictions for ADA, ALGO, Quant, Bitcoin. And I'm going to show you everything that I'm buying right now. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at Dig Perspectives at the top of the screen. Everything that we're talking about here today. $980 billion crypto market cap. We're up 3.7%. You know, the last time that we crossed over $1 trillion was, I believe, last week or the week before. Within the last week and a half. And guess who showed up? It was Gary Gensler on CNBC, and it was to squash the market again, I believe. I have to wonder, as close as we are right now to $1 trillion market cap again, is it almost time for Gary to come out and to take a huge dump on the market? We'll keep an eye on it. But for right now, Bitcoin is $20,900 plus, Ethereum $1,200 plus, XRP is at 33 cents, and it is July 7th. 2022. Take a look at the range of price very quickly. It's 32 cents on the bottom, 34 on the top. We're seeing some motion all across the market right now, up 3.9% in the last 24 hours, and actually in the last few hours here, to be honest with you. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is Clinton Donnelly right here from Donnelly Tax Law. And if you're not aware, he is the #1 foremost authority on crypto taxes, and you should check him out. Just listen to this quick clip here.
Currency owners save over 40 million in deferred gains by using like-kind exchange techniques.
And this guy is no joke, and I want to hit you actually right here. Take a listen.
This is represent taxpayers worldwide, which is exactly what I do. Our results speak for ourselves. I have clients in over 48 different countries. We've prepared over 1,000 tax amnesty returns with an amazing 100% success rate.
100% success rate. Listen, I know we're past tax time, April 15th, 18th, whatever the day was there. But what I could tell you is there are a lot of people that still contact me unsure about how to handle their taxes. If you're one of those people, click the link underneath this video, schedule an appointment with him. He has many different tools and packages that you can purchase and buy for yourself. He is the foremost authority on taxes. Don't mess around. Things are going to a regulated, compliant, legit market. Whether you like that or not is another matter. Protect yourself, get educated, and if you don't know what to do, get somebody like Clinton Donnelly in your corner. I'm telling you, it's a big deal. Right now, 50 million XRP transferred from Ripple to an unknown wallet. It wasn't me, ladies and gentlemen, and it wasn't this guy, Jeff Dilley, either. So just letting you know, both of us are out of the running there. Here's the thing that's really disturbing. Breaking news from Blockworks here. Aave proposes a decentralized and over-collateralized dollar-peg stablecoin called GHO. Let me guess, Aave gets a free pass on this, just like the DeFi lending too that they offer. ETHgate is real, ladies and gentlemen, and it's only going to get bigger because they don't have the truth on their side. I have experienced this personally and professionally in my life, that a lie can get around the world twice before the truth can get its shoes on. Stay tuned. There'll be more to come on this. Well, that didn't take long. Just in, United States backtrack, or U.S. states, I should say, backtrack on accepting Bitcoin or crypto for tax payments due to bear market conditions. That's from Crypto Slate. That did not take long, did it? Yeah, I mean, this is what we're talking about here. And the new rule for politicians not being allowed to participate in policy making for cryptocurrency is out now. I asked the same question that Mr. Intuitive did. Does this mean that Senator Loomis is not allowed to introduce her bill for crypto? But apparently, John Deaton comes in and clears up the matter for all of us and says, you all should know that these rules do not apply to members of Congress. It's how they get to engage in insider trading. And this is exactly right. Isn't that interesting? Here they had a chance to clear it all up, and yet another swing and a miss. You could force everybody into a blind trust, and that would solve a lot of these issues, and it wouldn't have any cascading effects to do so. This right here is Mike Novogratz, who I believe has got a lot more questions that he needs to be asked and he just got good answers for. Ironically, they talked to him about centralization. And you're not going to believe this. Well, maybe you will. I know I can believe it, but it doesn't feel good to hear it. Listen to this clip quickly.
Well, I thought, okay, so you got Cornelius Vanderbilt, 1873. He there was no government bailout. J.P. Morgan, 1907. These were like centralized institutions. I thought DeFi was like decentralized. Why do we want one guy involved in all these things? Well, in something that supposedly, that's the whole appeal of it, is that it's decentralized.
You absolutely don't in the long run, right? And what you saw through this process was the decentralized lending platforms like Compound or Aave, they functioned the way they were supposed to, right? There was transparency. You saw who was getting stopped out and when and why. It was.
Let's talk about that, because that isn't actually accurate. Because the truth is that Aave's launched off of Ethereum. And what do we know about Ethereum? We know about ETHgate is what we know about it. And very quickly, I'm not going to get my needle stuck, but I want to show you this, is that at the end of the day, CSI, which a lot of power and ownership from Consensus itself was moved to, basically this makes Ethereum vulnerable for a single point of failure now that JP Morgan owns a significant stake of this infrastructure. They basically own Ethereum. What say you, Mike Novogratz? What say you? How come he never talks about that? How come CNBC has him on over and over and over again, and this guy participated in Luna and then sold before the collapse? Something isn't right here. And at some point, Squawk Box CNBC has to start asking, how complicit are you to turn a blind eye to knowing that you see all of this information, which is factual, on social media at the very least, and continue to have this gentleman on? Breaking right now, a class action lawsuit has been filed against Solana, saying that it is an unregistered security. This time it's not the SEC. No. It's a class action filed in the California federal court last week, accuses key players in the Solana ecosystem of illegally profiting from SOL token, the blockchain's native token that, according to the suit, is an unregistered security. The cornerstone of the value of the SOL securities is the sum of Solana Labs, Solana Foundation. It says here the management and implementation of Solana blockchain. The suit alleged it described that SOL has a highly centralized cryptocurrency that has benefited its insiders to the detriment of the retail traders, filed by California resident Mark Young, who said he bought Solana in late summer 2021. The suit names Solana Labs, Solana Foundation, and Solana's Anatoly Yakunov, I don't know, Yavenko. I'm going to mess it up. That guy, that's what it is. Yeah, and I'm the guy who's messing up the name. Apologize. Crypto venture capitalist giant Multicoin, Kyle Samani, the guy who knows so much about XRP being a security before anyone else. Well, we got a lot of questions for him too. And the trading desk FalconX, Solana spokesperson declined to comment. Multicoin and FalconX didn't immediately respond to the request for comment. I bet they didn't. But I bet if you ask them if XRP is a security, I bet they won't talk all day about that, though, don't they? Welcome to the party, gentlemen. Stellar Network is where leaders like MoneyGram and SendWire can come together to build inclusive future financial system so many around the world need. Integrations like this show we're making meaningful progress toward the next wave of crypto adoption. How about that? Now that is exciting for me. You guys know I'm big on XLM and have been from day one. And right here we see that Wire's integrated now with MoneyGram as well as Stellar. This is exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Danelle Dixon, who is really an incredible CEO of the Stellar Foundation. This, I believe, is a question worth asking, ladies and gentlemen, and it is Ripple X's developers are now confident in the XRP ledger's ability to support the XLS-20 standard for NFTs. Now, this is a big deal to me because I always report on technical analysts that cover where market actually could go from the charts because I that's not my lane. I report on it and people want to know that information. Some people get mad because the charts usually don't hit where they say they do, or at least in a time that they want it to. But you know what? It's like we have to listen to all our different sources of information and use what we think is the right things for ourselves. And, you know, sometimes we can all use different sources of information and still find our way to meet at the same spot. And that I find interesting. But in this news, this fundamental news, I have to ask the question, can the development and the launch and the use of XLS-20 standard for NFTs cripple Ethereum and other platforms that are very expensive to use? And I say that knowing that just moments ago, within 2 hours ago, Ethereum had a transaction fee average of $30, $2 to $30 on the top end. That does not a solution make for the future, ladies and gentlemen. And when you look right down this list, you can clearly see Bitcoin showing 32 cents, not bad, but still very expensive comparatively to XRP and XLM, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point, and then 5 zeros, and then 828. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 0.05 zeros, and then 110 for XLM. Or ALGO coming in nice and low, 0.00030. You know, and even lower, I think a little higher for the Algorand NFTs. But still, you see these, and I start saying to myself, well, this is where the solutions are right here. How long is it going to take before, you know, we see Ethereum pay the price for the cost of their transactions? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, it's about the cost of when this market is really a free market. Because it really has never not been a free market, because what did we see? We saw the lawsuit come out. We know about ETHgate. We know about what Joseph Lubin has done, conspiring, I believe, my personal opinion, with SEC official William Hinman and others to be able to get a free pass to hold down the rest of the crypto space, and certainly Ripple and XRP, from succeeding. That's what we've seen. And can fundamental news like this, and really the end of the SEC versus Ripple case with clarity, become the kind of fundamental release and news that can have the impact on price in a positive manner? Not because we just have those moments of clarity and accessibility to new products, but because for the first time, you allow the free markets to decide what wins and what loses. And I urge you to know, I can't wait for the day that we get to see XRP operate in a free market unobstructed. Now let's take a look here at some upcoming price predictions. 2 I covered yesterday, but I'm going to start with those 2 and go through many more right now. And then I'm going to show you a list of the majority of what I'm looking to hold. XRP Crypto has been showing these over the last couple of days, and I'm very much appreciative of that. And I'm showing HBAR right now, which is something I am very interested in. And it's talking about it getting back to a $2 minimum is what it's talking about here. And then it showed the VET, which we covered yesterday, getting up over $1, like $1.30 plus. Then we take a look at this. Artificial intelligence-based price prediction model is suggesting that Cardano ADA is going to surge to trade at $2.90 by September of this year. That's a few months away. I don't know if these things are right, but it's worth taking note of because of where the price is. It's in the 40-cent range. I think it's 42, 46 cents today. Let's take a look at this. Algorand. If you think Algorand is expensive, wait until you buy it at $70. If the chart plays out as expected, then by April 2024 will be official date that ALGO has a mega pump to $70+. Who's got a problem with that? Not this guy. Quant. I should have been doing more coverage on Quant, and I haven't, and I apologize for that. There's only so much I can do at once. I mean, my brain is like a bank it's like a piggy bank that holds $100 in pennies. And if I want to learn something new, I've got to spend an old penny to put a new one in. It's unfortunate, but it's my truth. Quant right here can be the next Bitcoin, says XRP-Crypto, in terms of price appreciation, but with real utility, they say. If you have a time machine to take you back to 2011, buy Bitcoin, will you do it or stay in the present time and buy Quant? That is the question. And right now, Quant is coming in, I believe they said, in the 30-some buck range, 40-some buck range, somewhere in there. And talking about the possibility of it going to $300. This is what I'm interested in while we're in this down market, is paying attention to the things that people are saying have the opportunity to grow. But if you notice, the ones that have utility. Now, I have been very vocal about this, and I'm going to be honest about it right here before we wrap all of this up. Bitcoin from Credible Crypto and Kaleo calling for 6-figure Bitcoin by early 2024-25, or by 2023, says Credible Crypto, or by 24-25 by Kaleo. Now, I still struggle for where's the real utility, where's the transactions per second, where is the transaction fees coming down at, who's using it for a real viable payments and all of this. And I know people say, no, it's not for payments, it's a digital store of value. But that's hard when you bought at 60,000 and you're trying to tell somebody that at 20,000. That's a tough sell. And I ask myself, if I want to store a value like gold, like physical gold, well, I understand that there's a real utility to that because people make jewelry with it. They fill cavities with it. Sometimes they put it in certain pieces of equipment. Things of that nature, are real use cases that support a base value. You have to ask yourself, with Bitcoin, you can't make a ring out of it. You can't make an earring out of it or a necklace. So you have to ask yourself, where is the real true store of value if retail trading were to stop on that asset today? But I hope it gets there, and I hope anybody who has it makes $1 bazillion. I really do. I'm not upset about it. For me, it's just I'm 51, so I have to answer these questions. I really earn my money, so I want to know where I really, really put it. Right here is a chart that backs up all of that notion. Again, it's not something I'm interested in really holding a deep position in. But, people say that this thing is going to take off. And if this chart is right, we are seeing cycles play out over and over and over. And we're at the bottom here, and we should see a huge bull run. If nothing else, I want to see that happen because I know that after Bitcoin goes on a tear, so does the altcoin soon after. And speaking of that, if you want to see what I'm holding, I'm buying everything on this diagram, not financial advice, but just my digital perspectives. And this is what it is right here. Shout out to Riz for sharing this one right here. And XX. You can see right here, it's Stellar, it's XDC, it is XLM, it is Algorand, it is IOTA, it is HBAR, it is Quant. That's the things I'm interested in because they seem like they have real use case, or at least that's my understanding. So that's what I'm interested in as of now. Those are the things I'm looking at acquiring as much as I can in this down market. I don't know where this thing ends and it turns around from a down market to wide open and taking off again, but I think it has to start with stablecoin legislation, at least here in the US, and obviously for Ripple and XRP, clarity and a resolution in this case. That's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like and subscribe. I'll catch all of you on the next one.